Welcome to this video, which is part of a series of training videos for the Colonial Waterbird program. This video will cover the nest monitoring protocol for herons, egrets, and cormorants. This video will include the protocol overview for the nesting stages, the nesting stage guide for herons, egrets, and cormorants, species identification, descriptions, and photos, nest identification, additional information on tallying nests of different brood sizes, and an example of what would be considered an incomplete and complete datasheet. The protocol you will follow when tracking HEP species is as follows. Visit the colony, watch for courtship, nesting, and breeding behavior. Fill out the first datasheet by counting the total number of adults, active nests, and chicks in the colony, and take notes on any habitat changes or disturbances. Fill out the second datasheet by determining the number of nests in each stage and the brood size for each stage 4 nests. Finally, make a map of the colony and indicate where in the colony nesting or breeding behaviors were observed. We will review the datasheet in more detail later in this training. The species you will be identifying at your colony are great blue herons, snowy egrets, great egrets, double-crested cormorants, and black-crowned night herons. There are key characteristics of each species that you can take note of. Great blue herons have wings that are broad and rounded. They appear blue-gray from a distance, with a wide black stripe over the eye. In flight, the upper side of the wings is two-toned, pale on the forewing and darker on the flight feathers. The snowy egrets are medium-sized birds with long, thin legs and long, slender bills. Adult snowy egrets are all white with a black bill, black legs, and bright yellow feet. Great egrets are tall, long-legged wading birds with long S-curved necks and long dagger-like bills. Adult great egrets are all white. Their bills are yellowish-orange and the legs are black. They are distinct from snowy egrets in their larger size, yellow bills, and black feet. Double-crested cormorants have thin, hooked bills. Adults are brownish-black with a small patch of yellow-orange skin on the face. Immatures are browner overall, palest on the neck and breast. In the breeding season, adults develop a small double crest of stringy black or white feathers. Black-crowned night herons are small herons. They have thick necks, large flat heads, and heavy pointed bills. Their wings are broad and rounded. Adults are light gray birds with a neatly defined black back and black crown. Immatures are brown with large white spots on the wings and blurry streaks on the underparts. Adults have all black bills. Immatures have yellow and black bills. During breeding season, you may see some brighter colors or plumage that sticks out. Some distinguishing features of breeding plumage are brighter colors, such as this green mark on the face of the great egret. Can you find and identify all of the species in this photo? How many different species are there? At the top of the photo is a double-crested cormorant. You can tell by the color of the feathers, the hooked bill, and the medium-sized body. To the right is a great blue heron. You can see the S-shaped neck, broad, rounded blue wings, and black mark over the eye. The last bird at the bottom is a snowy egret. You can see the black bill and white feathers. Although, to make sure it is a snowy egret and not a great egret, it would be helpful to look at the feet and size as well, because great egrets can also have some black color on the bill. We will now be looking at different stages of breeding. Each stage will have different characteristics to look for. At stage 0, the birds will be pre-nesting. They will be at or near the colony, displaying courtship, nest construction, mating, or roosting. Stage 1 will consist of egg-laying and incubation. Adults will be on the nest for longer periods or will be standing near the nest to turn the eggs. At stage 2, you will see hatching or small downy chicks with soft feathers, and adults that will be feeding low in the nest. For double-crested cormorants, you will see small featherless chicks. They require extensive care when hatched. At stage 3, the chicks will be standing, and their downy feathers will be replaced by juvenile plumage. The parents will typically be continuously at the nest. It should be noted that double-crested cormorants will be covered in down at this stage and in the following stage, stage 4. At stage 4, the adults will be more absent from the nest. However, they may remain after feeding, and chicks will usually be on the nest platform. The double-crested cormorant chicks will still have the down or juvenile plumage. At stage 5, the young will be off the nest on nearby branches. For the double-crested cormorant young, the down will now be replaced by juvenile plumage. It can be difficult to tell the adults and juveniles apart at this stage. Do your best to look for different characteristics in the feathers that will tell you if they are juveniles. See our website for more resources on how to identify juveniles versus adults. Only use nest stage unknown if the nest is not visible due to obstructions. Sometimes there will be situations where a nest may not be so obvious. It is important to scope the area to see if any birds are on or within platforms. Are you able to spot the nests in this photo? Some nests may be located on vegetation. Are you able to spot the nest in this photo? It is also possible that there will be nests that are just starting to be built. Are you able to see any nest structures in this photo? Your datasheet is complete when you have written the official colony name, the full date, full names of all observers, 24-hour time for start and end time, and the reason, if any, for poor visibility. This is an example of a well-filled-out datasheet. In the second part of the datasheet, you'll be filling out data on the HEP species. A complete datasheet will have zeros filled in, indicating that you were surveying for those species and did not see them. Leaving parts of the datasheet blank indicates that you do not know the correct value, so be sure to fill in zeros if you surveyed the area and saw no birds of a given species. Before April 1st, active nests must either have 2 adults present or 1 adult carrying nesting material or incubating. After April 1st, any occupied nest is considered active. Do not record any nests that do not meet those requirements, i.e., no recording possible nests. The last section of the first page is to indicate any changes or potential impacts to the birds of the colony. In the complete datasheet, the specific disturbance in the area is recorded. On the second page, you will fill out 2 tables. In the first table, we ask you to tally the number of nests in each breeding stage. If you have multiple species breeding at your colony, record each one on a separate line. We ask that you do your best to record a stage for every nest within the colony. We know it can be difficult to decide between the stages sometimes, but please use your best judgment and choose one. Only use the unknown category if a nest is not visible due to obstructions like foliage. In the second table, locate the stage 4 nests and count the number of chicks in each nest, also known as the brood size. Tally the brood sizes of clearly visible stage 4 nests in the boxes below. For example, if you have one stage 4 nest with 2 chicks and another with 3 chicks, this is what the datasheet would look like. Only count chicks in nests where you can clearly see the chicks. Do not include broods from nests in any other stage. Chicks from younger or older stages will just be represented in the total young count on page 1. If there are stage 4 chicks out of the nest that cannot be clearly associated with a nest, record them in the S4 chicks no nest column.